collaboration, or you could say Keeping It Real and Peep Game TV team collaboration. Either way, it's a collaboration. I know it's probably pretty cold out there, so let's come together and warm each other up on some good conversation tonight. So I'm gonna bring out both of my alter egos tonight, SRD as well as Shadi Ali. Shadi Ali is strictly for us as a people. I have no qualms about what we need to do as a people and how we need to stick together and, you know, the mishaps that we have as a people. Now, SRD is for everybody, right? Italian, Jewish, whoever. I love all people. We each have two sides to us. Each is more than one person. So, you know, I utilize that to just let people understand that, yeah, you may hear me speak on one thing and then one time and then speak on something other the other time. And both of those are my views, you know? So, without any further ado, here's my brother Jay Sean. What you got to say to the people, my brother?
Well, as how it always is. I'm trying to get my I had my screen flipped the wrong way. I'm trying to turn it
Oh,
around the other way.
that was me last week.
Yeah, it's flipped.
Yeah, last week I did about a half hour like that, not even
Well,
realizing that I had it going the wrong way.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I had it aiming towards the ceiling, or basically
Oh,
towards
okay.
the
Oh,
other
yeah,
side.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I remember that. I remember that.
yeah, yeah.
Um. Okay, I got it now. I got. We good now. We good. Um. Welcome everybody. Welcome, like my brother said earlier, to the Peep Game TV. Keeping it real, Peep Game, whatever. You know what I mean? All together, it's a collaboration. I'm happy to be here tonight. Like I always say, it's a long week to Friday. You know what I mean? But I think we get it all in. You know what I mean? And we cover a lot of ground. We touch a lot of topics. And that's really what we trying to do is uh
Yeah.
broaden the audience. And try to keep everybody happy. You know what I mean? And by doing what we do. Um, Tonight's Friday, December 6th, 2024.
Peace, peace.
And it feel good to be alive.
Absolutely,
Feel
absolutely.
good to be alive and able to come out here and speak with people. It's not we wait we I know we giving people time to come in. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, well,
the show
we
must go
got
on.
we got a few people on YouTube, and
Okay.
I don't know if you guys heard me because my mics wasn't on. I didn't realize my mics wasn't on, so you probably didn't even hear me when I first said, come in so we could get warm together, and talk about some, real, keep it real, and at the same time, put each other up on some game.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Miss Wilson? Hi. So that's what it is. That's what we're here to do. Put each other up on some game and keep it real because that's what we missing a lot of times. We go through everyday life, we go through our struggles, we go through our hardships. Sometimes we have to put on a persona, especially a lot of times when you go to work. You know what I'm saying? When you go to work, you got to put this persona on, this work persona, whatever job you do normally. P. Diddy, yeah, well, I heard P. Diddy got out. You know what I'm saying? That's what I heard. So I don't know. I'm not sure if that was just a hoax.
Oh yeah, I
You know?
doubt that. I doubt if he got out.
Yeah, yeah.
I doubt he might get out, but it won't be right now. Well, his trial started May.
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. Well,
You,
I
you
mean,
know,
that's one of the things. Like at the end of the day, it's like, okay, is he as guilty as any other people that's in the industry? You know what I'm saying? Is he doing something different that the other people are doing? Is he? That's really the question. And what is the reason? You target him. What makes you target him? So I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
um,
I don't know him that well, so I just have a bias against the media. You
right?
know what I mean? Because the media mess around and they'll like Tupac said, the media be crucifying brothers severely. The
Yeah.
media crucifies people. So I don't have that's all.
I don't.
Right.
I mean, I don't know whether he was doing what other people was doing, or they was doing it, or why did they go after him? When I just know he got caught, you know. And in life, that's how life is. You got look at me and you. We we walked down the same streets and ran down the same blocks, but we know people who spend half their life in jail. Um, that's not saying we never did nothing wrong or nothing like that. You know what I mean? I think everything is written. You know, you just never know when it's your time. You know what I mean? You never know, because I can't I can't really believe sometimes that people don't got common sense, but it's a lot of people that don't even got common sense, man. You know what I mean? You would think that he was getting away with that since what, the 90s,
Yeah.
the early 90s, and still doing it. You know what I mean? So it's 2020, 2024 now, almost 2025. And I think he still was doing the same thing. So, you know, now he made his bed, now he got to lay in it, you know.
Yeah, it is what it is. To the person who asked me who was my favorite rapper, um, I would say probably Tupac is my favorite rapper. And somebody said something about being unaffiliated.
Unaffiliated with who?
I don't know. They used something unaffiliated with. I don't know. They put something down there that said unaffiliated. It looked like they was talking.
Unaffiliated with a Crip, with Crips. Should I get unaffiliated with the Crips? I guess they a Crip.
Oh, I mean, that's something you know. It's something that you would have to judge for yourself. You know what I mean? My thing is, I look at gang culture as it's something that people who it could be used in a much more better way, in a more healthier way than it's being used. Let's look at it like people who go to college. They join sororities. So people who are on the street, a lot of them join gangs. But it's what you do when you in something that defines it, whether it's good or bad for you. If you're protecting your neighborhood and you making sure people are safe, and you feeding the children and giving it back to school things and that type of stuff, then okay. But if you got people scared to come out of their house because you guys are shooting at each other, then yeah, of course you want to let that go. You want to let the bad behaviors go.
Right.
That's the thing about it. A gang don't make you bad. It's the behaviors that you use while you in the gang that makes it bad. So being a blood
Yeah.
or a crip wouldn't necessarily make you bad. It's what you do as being a blood or crip that makes it, look bad. So you, as one of them, have a choice. I got both colors on right now. You know what I mean? I got both blood and crip colors on right now. You know, but it's do you choose a flag, over your people. Because if you banging, who you banging with? You banging with people that look like you. Y'all just representing different color flags. That's who you banging with. You know. So that's my answer to that. Yeah. So
I
go
forgot
ahead,
we
brother.
I forgot we were saying. Uh, I forgot. I lost train of thought.
Yeah. No, he just asked me about the affiliation. You know what I mean? That's all.
With the with the with
With
the
what
Crips.
right Crips, yeah. So I just put both of them in there. You know what I mean? It's either or. You know, at this point. But
Yeah.
you know,
A-
go ahead.
Anything you wanted to talk about tonight?
I mean, you know, the same old because the thing is relationships. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like okay, for example, I was listening to a brother. You know, my wife was listening to something, and he was saying that relationships are getting difficult, relationships are getting hard, and
Right.
he said, okay, if you go to the gym and you lift weights, you don't stop lifting weights because you hurt. So I get the analogy what he was trying to say, but
Uh,
when you think about it with weights, it's different than having a person. You know what I
right.
mean? Because the weights, you get to choose how many times you're gonna lift it, how much weight you're gonna put on. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
oh, the guy who asked that left. Oh, okay. All right, yeah. So you get so now I get you get to choose your person, but you don't
Right.
get to choose what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to choose to
Right.
say, okay, uh, I want you to make sure you cook me a meal every night. You know, I want you to
Right.
not argue at me. You know, not curse at me, not argue with me, double type of thing. You you can say that to an individual, but is it guaranteed that they're going to do it? So that's the difference. You
Right.
know, that's my difference between weights. You have more control over the weights than you do a person. You know, what do you think?
Yeah. I sometimes people make analogies like, and they try to coincide them with relationships, but it don't really work. You know what I mean? Because a relationship is a relationship, and a gym is a gym. You know what I mean? So a lot of times, sometimes people make different things, and it might sound good. You know what I mean? It might even uh it might even feel good or something like that, but until you in that situation, you know what I mean, it's different. I just think that from what I know, relationships have become, they have become so difficult and so hard, but and I still can't put my finger on it. I just can't put my finger on it, because when you got two people who meet each other, they don't know nothing about each other. They meet each other, and then they become acquainted. Then they become fond of each other, and they grow feelings, and more till they fall in love. Excuse me. And then 5 or 10 years later, it's like they can't stand each other. I was um I was talking to somebody today, and he was telling me that he was married a long time too. But he was saying that he was saying his ex, his not his ex, his wife, she talks, she never stopped talking. So you know what I mean? So he said if she would just stop talking, we would, the whole relationship would be better. And I had to think about that for a minute. You know, sometimes that make a lot of sense. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Because to listen, to what is it? To know and to listen and to observe
look, learn, listen. You know,
and
yeah,
observe. You know what I
right.
mean? That's knowledge. sometimes you talking so much that you can't um you can't get the point, you can't hear the point, you can't make a point, you just talking, you know what I mean? So I'm starting to put things together where I'm starting to find the foundations of a relationship. You know what I mean? I'm starting to find out the core of it. And I'm thinking that's beginning with listening to each other. You know what I mean? The man and
Right.
the woman, you have to. I'm learning that you have to listen to each other. She got to listen to you, and you got to listen to her, and y'all got to talk to each other, and y'all got to come together. And if you could, for one common gold, or or something like that, or bond. But at my age, I'm just saying, I'm still learning. You know what I mean? I'm
Right.
still and everybody else still learning, because if you married, or if you in relationships, and then something is wrong or whatever, you still learning.
Absolutely.
And sometimes you be with people a long time, and you really don't know them. Sometimes people be like, "Oh, um, I was sleeping with the enemy." How long? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. So,
is it
Bert,
sabotaged or what?
yeah, you can get it. Uh, we're gonna do shout outs. We're gonna answer everything. We're trying to get this thing like more situated so that we can get to
Thanks for the
everybody,
heart.
answer your questions and all of that. I saw you, Zach. I saw you, Bernice, and I saw you, Tasha. So we're gonna address that at probably like about 8:30. You guys hang on because it'd be a lot going on. That's why we're working on getting the phone so you guys can call and talk, and everyone can hear you, and we can address it like that. All right. So just be patient with us. All right. But yeah, like you were saying, yeah, it's definitely something where we it takes listening. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It takes listening. And what I find, with multiple relationships, not just romantic relationships, other business relationships, people, don't want to listen sometimes. Sometimes they get their mind set, they're hearing what you're saying just to respond to you. Hold on, Bernice. Hold on.
who is that?
Bernice, she had some questions she wanted answered. I'm trying to,
What's the question?
I'm trying to pull it up, trying to see what she said. Quan want to slide. Do I do? Quan, who is Quan? Who is Quan, Bernice? Who is Quan? He want to slide.
Bernice.
Yeah.
Bernice is a guy.
Huh?
Bernice said she's a guy.
Oh. So Quan want to slide. What do you mean about slide? He said he want to slide. She said he want to slide. I don't know if he want to roll out. What do you want to set 39?
Oh, you got a live one on. You got a live
Set,
one on
set,
your show.
set 39. I mean, what is set 39? Break it down to us, Bernie. Break it down to us. Let us know what you mean set 39. Oh, he wanted to shoot. Nah, well, see, this is what I was saying before. Who he want to shoot? Who he want to shoot at? You know what I'm saying? Is he going to the shooting range so he can learn how to shoot? You know what I'm saying? If you set he sets 39, you set 32. What's the difference in the sets? Let us know that. What's the difference in the sets? There's two different numbers. So what do each set stand for? I ain't get that. GD. You know what I mean? So uh guidance. I don't know. I don't know what that was about, man. So,
GD.
oh, he want to slide on. Yeah, he want to slide on the crib. I mean, why don't you try to talk him out of it? Why don't you try to tell him what don't really what sense is going to make to take another life? Because see, once you take a life, you can't apologize. You can't apologize once you take a life. You punch a joke in the face, knock him out, you can wake him up and apologize. But if you take a life and you end up feeling remorse for it, you can't apologize because there's people not going to want to hear that. There's people not going to want to hear, "Oh, I'm sorry." They're not going to want to hear that. So, and that's what keeps this stuff going because rather than knuckle up, get a black eye, get knocked out, and walk away and laugh about it later on, you guys are taking each other's lives, and then that's unforgivable because the person is gone. The person don't come back. So that's the thing that's what I disagree about that whole thing. When you're taking each other out, is you know, is look at it this way. If he got children, they never get to see him anymore. His parents never get to see him anymore. They see him that one last time before they put him in the grave, and then that's it. And all they got left after that is memories. Over what? Over something? Over a rag? Over a color? Over some other stuff that don't really make good sense when it comes to it? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you deal with what you deal with, Zach. All right, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's your mentality. Sometimes it's what you think about. You know what I'm saying? We all got two sides we deal with. We got a side that wants to do the right thing and a side that wants to drag us down and do the worst things ever. You determine which side wins. You know what I'm saying? You determine which side's going to win, your best self or your worst self. You get to choose that. I can't choose it for you. Nobody can choose it for you. And I guarantee you this: whatever you do, you're going to have to live with it. You can sit up in prison. Sit up in prison and think about it. If that's the case, you know. So and you got me to and I went off track because we wasn't supposed to answer you guys until 8:30. So I'm through talking to you, Zach. You know,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. And
we got
go ahead.
you got people gonna come from all different walks of life.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know.
and that's cool. That's cool because we different. We all different.
So
And really, right and wrong is based on what you believe. I mean, I can't tell him what's right or wrong for him because at the end of the day, if he believes what he's doing is right for him because that's what he believes. You know, so he has to determine what is right and wrong for him, what's beneficial and not beneficial for him. I don't really have that answer to give him.
hmm
You know, that's that's his
what he
story.
talking about? He talking about getting out of a gang or something.
Nah, he talking about banging or something. He ain't talking about getting out. He talking about wilding. Basically, from what he was writing, to me, some they should take my life. That's what he talking about.
That's what he said.
Yeah, they should take my life. You know, and you taking something from somebody. So how if you believe that's a good thing, then that's your belief. I'm not here to say what's good for you or not.
Yeah.
Well, Wilson is
I'm
talking.
surprised my
Wilson,
phone.
yeah, yeah. So, like I said, we're gonna get to you guys in another 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Another 3 minutes. But what did you wanted to talk about? You had something you wanted to discuss?
Um, I was just thinking on the same terms as um what's wrong with the relationships nowadays, like why they can't work, you know what I mean? It got to be a reason why they can't work. It got to be a reason. Somebody got to come up with an answer, or something got to happen, you know what I mean, to find out what's going on with the world and what's going on with relationships. And like it got to be something why they not working, but they just not working. I don't even know who to blame or nothing like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, I think I would say we each play a part. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
without a man and a woman, you know, there's no relationship. If we're unable to, you know, see or meet each other eye to eye, then the relationship is doomed. You know.
yeah, yeah,
So that is just basically, I think, is more or less about getting to know one another. You know what I mean? We've got we've got this thing where it's like you meet somebody and it's what you could get from the person. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Whether it's sex, whether it's money, whatever, it seems to be that's a lot of that's going on, and we are not really getting to know each other and really caring about each other enough. You know, that's what I think. But it's 8:30, so I wanted to let's address them. Thank all of you for watching. All of you who are watching. You know, Xavier. Uh, you know, and Bernie. Yeah, if you want to get out, you know, maybe you may have to relocate. If you're able to relocate, relocate, or talk to your big homie and tell him you want to do something different. You know what I mean? I don't, because I don't have that much knowledge on how that lifestyle worked. You know, when we were coming up, it was basically like we were crews. It was a crew. You know what I mean? We represented our block. Oh, you 20, you 23? Oh, you mad young. Yeah, you 23, you mad young, you know? You got your whole life ahead of you,
yeah.
you know? So yeah, man. I would tell you, look, you know, talk to your big homie. If however you got to work it out, try to get out. Because if you want to get out, absolutely, absolutely. There's no point in it, For what? At 23, when and when you haven't even got nowhere near my age, you asked how old I was, I'm 61. You know what I mean? I'm 61. So I'm almost like triple your age. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, get up. If you could get out of it, get out of it. You know, if because obviously you see a reason or a purpose to get out of it, and that's what you're thinking about. If you're thinking about your family, yeah, yeah, absolutely. You got to think about your family, and you guys think about other people's families. You know what I mean? Because when something happened, both families suffer. Because one of you usually go to prison for life, and the other one is dead for life, and both families suffer. You know, so I mean, it's just something to think about. I can't tell you what to do. I'm only here to give you some advice. You either take it or you don't. I'm not trying to, tell you what to do. All I can tell you is that people make a lot of money off of us killing each other. People live real good and real comfortable off of gang banging. Trust me when I tell you that. They live real good, you know? So that's what I want you to realize, that you guys got your whole life. You guys got a big future, a bright future. It's just about making different decisions. And you get the chance to make those decisions. You get to choose what decisions you're going to make. And you have the ability, and don't, you know, yeah, your environment plays a part. We all can be influenced. Everybody can be influenced. I was influenced for years, and I was an influencer for years, you know? So it's just about when you feel that you got enough, you got enough. And that's when I started making my decision around about your age, around about 22, 23. I started making a decision that I wanted something different. I wanted something better for myself. And that's what it's about. You see what they say?
Um. Think think about how much people think about how much more people will be proud of you if you quit out. A lot of people are trying to get in, and
Oh, so
you should get out.
so he's speaking to he's speaking to Bernie. Oh,
Okay.
he's speaking to Bernie, telling them, yeah, how many people would be proud while other people trying to get in. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right, Zach. Yeah, you know. But it's based on you guys. You guys had a choice to choose which way you're gonna go. It's up to either one of you guys how you're gonna do it. You know what I mean? And hey, like I said, it's a benefit. I mean, what else do you want to do? You know what I mean? Because once you stop doing that, you got it's going to make sense to have something else that you're gonna be healthier for you to do or more beneficial for you. Did you graduate high school? Did you have some college, or do you got a trade? Do you do anything like that? What are you good at? Can you draw? Are you good with your hands? Are you good with you know uh, computers? Whatever. You know what I mean? It's about figuring out what you good at, because there's and where you from? Where you from? Maybe it's somebody that I can connect you to.
Come on,
You may
man.
be from somewhere where I can connect you to some
On that
people that can
point.
help you. So put where you from. Yeah. So I guess they. I guess they.
What do
I
you
guess
say?
they. He didn't say where he was from. So yeah, but those that lifestyle. That's that's a totally different lifestyle, kind of, than what it's a different lifestyle, kind of, than what we grew up on. Even though there were games, but it wasn't to the point where they have them now. But whatever you get, game like
What do you say?
I missed it.
Whatever you get in the gang life, there's only one way in and one way out.
Okay, so I mean, my thing is, I want to know what make you guys want to get into it in the first place. What is the lure? What draws you into it? What makes you want to be a part of it? So that's what I'm interested in. You know, in my day, yeah, we hustled. You know, we sold, drugs, things of that nature. You know, that type of thing. So I don't know what you guys doing out there now at 23, 22, 24 years old. What is the lure? All I all I normally see is a lot of you guys your that age are rapping and you beefing on rap songs, and then you're telling what you've been doing to each other on rap songs. That's all I see. That's the part. That's the extent that I see. You know. So I don't know what else you guys be doing when it comes to that, other than just the rapping and beefing. But it's so I'm looking for y'all guys. And Xavier says it's not worth risking your life. I could dig it. You know, Zach. I mean Zach. So it's something that we're doing as a whole, where it's up for us to strive to rescue you guys. But we need to know what we can do to help you. You guys got the answers. We don't have the answers. We just, if you guys give us why you doing it and what you need to get away from it, then we can work together on trying to help you get away from it. But just automatically giving you the answer without knowing why you even in it and what attracted you to it, it leave our hands tied. So we looking for you guys to let us know. You know, so I can hardly wait to get that phone so I could actually be talking to you and hear you talk back rather than the typing. That's the thing. I want to be able to have a conversation with you, and because that's one of my uh, pet peeves, that what's going on in them streets, because what goes on in the streets spills in over into the houses, spills over into the homes. You know exactly how the young rappers die. Yeah, well, that's what I was saying, Zach. That that's all I see for that age, 20s and 23. The 20-year-olds, they rapping, and 18, they rapping, and they beefing with each other over rap. And rap started off as something, it was competitive. You know, we battle, but we battle based on it being like a sport, just like you playing basketball or football against each other. That's what it was. That's what it was about with the rap. The rap wasn't about, okay, we battle and we beefing, but we taking it serious that we gonna hurt each other. No, we wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't about that. It wasn't about peace, Reef. Peace, peace. Man, how you? You know what I'm saying? So it's the rap thing then turned to something more. It's like his own little monster that's got you guys in a whirlwind of repetitive action. You rap, you beef, you kill. You rap, you beef, you kill. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's happening. And only you guys can stop it. We can help you, but only you guys can stop it. And I got faith in you. Just the fact that you want to get out, Bernie, that's commendable right there. You know, and getting off of that, but getting on to what you were saying too, Jay. I think too, it's difficult to communicate because you know why? I
Why?
hear a lot of people. I don't know if sometimes if you can find the right words to communicate. I was thinking before the show that there's so much word fillers, you know what I mean,
Hmm.
that we don't really get the full meaning. And when I say that, like there's a like you say, uh, yo, that nigga, that bitch, that hoe, you know what I'm saying? So the
Yeah.
word fillers got us like, we looking at each other in a demeaning way, even though we say, we don't mean no harm by it, you know?
Right.
And see, I won't forget that during the time when I was in my 20s,
Right.
these cats rolled up on me with two guys with shotties hanging out of the car, and the other joker roll up on me with the 4-4. And he gonna say, give me your shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He didn't say, uh, can I have your jewelry, brother? You know what I'm saying? you know, he said it in a manner where it made him feel comfortable taking from me.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm only saying that you know it's beneficial for us as a people to just work on some of the things that we find comfort in, and we find that's the norm. And like cursing. Hey, when you angry, yeah, you curse. You can't think of something, then it's cool. But
Mm-hmm.
I I still I always used to say you use a curse word when you can't find another word to use. That's my take on
That's what I have heard. That's what I have heard.
it. So that's that's how I look at that situation. But
Oh, thanks for the
relationships,
hearts.
yeah, but relationships, we got to remember too. Young people are watching older people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if the older people are not showing good examples to the younger people, then what do the younger people know? Because if you grew up in a household where you didn't see affection being displayed,
Right.
then how do you know what affection is? You
True.
don't really know what it is. You got to learn what affection is because you didn't see it growing up.
That's
So
true.
so I think a lot of relationships are based on what we learned in our household. Then once we get out of our household, what we learn from our peers, and that's it. Because we grew up, come on, we grew up in a time where it was like the more women you had, the more respect you got. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So that was a time we grew up in. So imagine us growing up like that with the more women you had, the more respect you get, and the young brothers watching us, seeing that behavior, and then they duplicate the behavior. And then it keeps being duplicated. So I think
Mhm.
what we're dealing with is a lot of women are in pain,
Yep.
and a lot of men are in pain too. So you got two people in pain inflicting more pain. And like you had said on your show before, that sometimes people need to take some time to love on themselves.
I'm a big advocate for that.
You know what I mean? And I think not enough people do that. Take enough time to love on themselves so that they could love somebody else better. You know what I mean? Because the more you love you, the better I believe you can love somebody else. If
Yeah.
you don't love yourself and you're trying to get love from somebody else that you don't even have in yourself, I mean, how does that work? Because even if they're giving it to you, do you know you're really getting it? You know what I mean? Because if you're empty with love and somebody's pouring love in you, you're empty. So it's gonna take a lot of love to fill you up, especially if you're not adding your own love to you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's just that's just my view on it. You know,
Um, I think people need to worry less about love too, finding it, or looking for it or waiting for what they call that. God gonna send me my soulmate or something like that.
right?
I think people need to dwell more into they self, you know. And also a lot of people got to start having more respect because I don't know about men. I'm saying ladies nowadays they don't really respect somebody. Like if you married, say like if you a married man, you got some women still willing to mess with you as a backup chick or side chick or whatever you want to call her, and they'll do it faithfully and they'll do it good, they'll do it well. You know what I mean? So as long as it's side chicks and side dicks and side pieces around, relationships is in trouble. And long as men got wandering eyes, and long as women keep arguing with them, or men keep arguing with their women, or whatever, it's so many people who be in relationships and then I don't like to say the word grow out of them. I don't like that word. I guess I guess they become unhappy. Um, sometimes you could point. Sometimes you could point the finger at the other person, but sometimes you got to look in the mirror. Um, Yamin told me one time. Yamin said, after my second marriage broke up, and I seen Yamin, and I told Yamin, and Yamin been through a lot of marriages and stuff too.
Yeah,
So
y'all both got the same number.
yeah, we was the first ones married young, me and Yamin, I think, yeah, and I think Joaquin too maybe, and Yamin said, "Yo, Jay, I'm gonna tell you what I think he said his sister or his mother. Somebody told him after he had another relationship breakup. He said they told him like, yo, bruh, sometimes you gotta look in the mirror because it might just be you, So I look, I've been through a lot of broken relationships. Um, could be me.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
not gonna, I'm not gonna say it's not me.
well, that's a start right there.
I'm a believe. I'm gonna put my money on me though. I'm gonna believe in me that it's not me, but it could be me. I was thinking the other day. I was saying, man, if two people really in love with each other, like that's a beautiful thing, man. I always say that, like that's a beautiful thing. Imagine to wake up with somebody every day and be in love with them, and go to bed with them every night and be in love with them. Um, kiss them goodbye when they go to work. Um, kiss them goodnight when they go to bed. Um, pat her on the ass, on the butt when she walking by, or in the morning. You know what I mean? When um, that gotta be beautiful, man. If you got it, it
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
be.
yeah. Well, Tasha said marriage not for everyone. You know, which I I can agree. Everything not for everybody. You know, and to your point, the key word what you said is being with somebody and you're in love with each other, in love with each other. Because loving each other is not enough. Because love, you can love a person and not be in love. You love them for, because you could be loved for past situation. You know what I'm saying? When you're
Yeah.
in love, this is my opinion, my belief. When you're in love, you're in love based on what you're doing for each other on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? So that's what keeps you in love with a person. That's my opinion.
If oh, okay, and then anyway, and back to the other thing. If marriage is not for everybody, right? Which it might not be, then what comes after that? If marriage is not for everybody, then what comes after that? What? Um 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 what they call it, shacking up, just living with somebody forever, or just being single
Or being engaged.
forever,
Maybe you could be engaged. Maybe you
forever,
could just get engaged.
forever.
Hey, I mean, forever. Well, see, we say forever, but forever has a time limit. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
no,
Especially on this earth.
I just got a hard time believing when females say, I just got a I don't that I can't really buy that when
Well,
females say marriage ain't for everybody.
you know,
Cause that's not for a female to say. That's
why?
for a man. Cause it's
Why?
not.
Why? Why?
That's
Why?
for
Why?
but
Why shouldn't a
but
female? Why shouldn't a
because
woman say? Huh?
because everybody know that that's every woman's dream. I don't care what she say. That's every woman's dream to get married, and now of course they gonna say, um marriage not for everybody when you 40 and 50 and 60. Of course you gonna say that, because now you 40 and 50 and 60, and you got children, and you've been in multiple relationships, and you did a lot of things, so now you're gonna say marriage ain't for everybody. You know what I mean? But I just don't believe that. I
Well,
believe that that's every woman's dream to get, not every woman.
Tasha says is not, but she also says, if people want to be married, then they'll do what they need to do to make it work. They willing to make it work. You know
You
what I'm
don't think
saying?
that's that? You don't think that's
I
every
think I
woman's?
think I I think
You don't
there's a
think that's
large
every woman's dream?
no. I think there's a large number of women that want to be married. There's a large
Okay,
number.
a large number.
A
Okay,
large number. I would say that. Just like I would say there's a large number of men get married, but you know, want other women, but they get married. It's a large number. So that's where the imbalance come, because it's like, okay, who really came up with marriage and who really came up with how marriage is supposed to be defined? Who we say the Bible, we say the Quran, you know what I mean? But who really came up with that?
I guess they said that Eve. I guess in the Bible they said that Eve was made for Adam. They don't really say that Adam was made for Eve. They say Eve was made for Adam. So I guess that's the Bible who's saying that. You know
Right,
what I
right,
mean?
right,
That
right, right, right.
that people to get good. But back to that other thing, what I was saying. I believe that every woman's dream to get married at one time. Every woman want to get married and walk down the aisle and have that big wedding, and and have her bridesmaids and have her family and have her father walk her down the aisle, like, you know what I mean. But once they get past a certain age in their life, that's when they start saying that um no, marriage ain't for everybody, or I don't need a man, or um I'm independent, and that ain't saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing bad. It's just the way the world is. You know what I mean? Like you just said, it's men that get married knowing that they still want to deal with other women. It's men that get married and they still know they get married and know they still want to deal with other women. They sit up there before a preacher, a pastor, and they swear before God that they're gonna be with just this person to death do they thick sickness and health, to death do us part, and they telling a lie on the Bible because they know. Could you please? Could you know what that's saying? Do you know what that is? That you saying that you're gonna be with one woman for the rest of your natural life. You know that's hardcore.
Okay, so right, so all right. Let me say what Tasha said. You know, she hear women say, you know, they don't want to be married often. Mimi said, um, you know, marriage is not for everyone. You know, love and commitment is not, you know, just on paper. Not the paper.
I
So
bet you
so
she. I bet
so
she
she's
not in her 20s.
yeah. Well, I mean, you know, so you saying 20-year olds want to get married?
I'm saying female is every woman's dream to get married and walk down the aisle one day.
And I won't disagree with you that there's a large majority of women who want to get married. However, now the thing is, when you're getting married, why are you getting married? See,
No,
you
the
just
thing
said
is,
you just said this is one of the things that happens with relationships because what, like you said, they want the show,
but
but when
look,
you get
if
into
you don't,
marriage, all that show is gone. Then what you do?
shop, if you don't want to get married, then what do you want to do? If marriage, if marriage ain't for, if a woman say marriage ain't for everybody, right? If a marriage ain't for a woman, then what do she want to do? Tell me what you want to do.
Okay, Tasha says she was married in her 20s. Now she's 50. She says she was
Okay.
married in her 20s. Now
Well,
she's
that
50.
what did I just say to you?
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean,
That proved
at
a
what?
point. That proved my
Right.
point. Then that proved
Okay.
my point. That when you and your every woman grow up wanting to get married. Now, once they get 30 and 40 and 50, and they done went did everything they want to do. Of course, now they go, marriage ain't for everybody, or marriage ain't for me. But every woman grow up like, let me tell you, it's a lot of men that want to be married. I don't know if they might admit it, but back to what I was saying. If
Right.
a woman saying that marriage ain't for them, then what is for them? What do they want to do? What is for them? To stay single, to mess with different men, to live with a man for the rest of their life, be single, date. What's for them?
Well, Mimi just said um, she's in her 50s and she's
All
loved the
right.
same man for 21 years. You know.
Hey,
So I mean, so
God bless
right.
her.
Yeah. So it's to each his own. You know what I mean? Because it's like marriage to me is okay, two people coming together under terms and conditions. You know what I mean? And they get to set the terms and conditions. And most times when they come together, those terms and
Wait,
conditions are
what you said? Wait a minute, what you said?
when you get married.
Yeah,
People have we get married. It's for me. It's like a business. You got it's a contract. It's terms and conditions. What
yeah.
terms and conditions that you're gonna these terms and these conditions that we're gonna agree to.
But the
Most
terms
times
is the terms is what the terms is the
the terms is we getting married. That's
no,
the
the
term.
terms is what the pastor say. Um
What to
do
death do you
you
part? to
Honor
sickness
and
and health.
yeah, that's the terms.
But then okay, what's the conditions? Now conditions come in. Okay, you say
That
richer for poor, for better for worse. You know what I mean? Okay, so but the conditions change, and then you still got those terms. But then other people still say, okay, there's other terms that you add. You know what I mean? There's other terms that individuals add on. You know, when you add your term,
make your own vows then.
and that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Very few people come into marriage in a on the same accord
You got to
and
make your own
agreement
vows.
in agreement of what the marriage is going to be and what are they going to accomplish out of the marriage. Death to death do you part. I mean, that's vague. That's vague. You know
That's
what I'm
what?
saying? To death do you part is vague because okay, you may stay with each other for 50 years. You may live for 50 years. Or you could be gone the first 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So that's the vague part. But the reality is when you come together and you and the individual set the terms of what you're going to agree upon and disagree. I think that's what makes the marriage works because most time people split up because they can't work things out. So the terms and conditions already been set by the preacher, but that's the preacher setting. What about the two people? Like you said, people listening to what the preacher said, but they not saying I'm gonna abide by those. They didn't sign. They signed the marriage license, but they didn't sign to say, look, I promise to be faithful for the whole marriage. I promise to provide for you financially, emotionally, you know, uh, mentally. We don't say all that, but it may
Um,
be assumed that you're going to do that.
So just like in the business, there's different roles. Just like in the marriage, each person is playing their role, playing their part to keep the family, to keep the structure going. People want to get out of their roles.
Now, what was you saying, Tasha? You said, wait, what? And Lord,
wait for
oh,
who?
and Tasha, no, oh, Tasha says she's still married. Tasha says she's still married. So she's
Amen.
still married. That's
God
why
bless.
she said, wait, what? Yeah, she says she's still married. Well, but
God bless
you know,
him.
but she said it ain't for everybody. I don't think everybody. Some people are married, and they people would say they live a single life. You know what I mean? And
Some
some people are
a female told me she's single married. But
right. Okay. So now the other thing is some people are single and living a married life. They are in a relationship, but they're living like they're married. You know what? They committed into one person, and they doing everything that a married person would do, except sign a license. So it's an individual thing. I think we as human beings get caught up in our vision on things, and we want to push our vision on other people. You know what I
Jazz the
mean? And
style.
everybody got their own vision. And everybody got their own ways of doing things. And
Somebody came on Jazz the style. Jazz, what's that? Jazz the Stallion.
Yeah,
How you doing?
yeah.
How you doing?
I'm fine. I just hopped in here.
It's okay. We
okay,
talk. We talking
Yeah,
Ta-
about.
you
yeah.
talk.
Tasha said marriage not easy.
We talking about do all women want to be married? I said that I think all women want to be married when they young, when they growing up, but once they get in their 30s and 40s and 50s and been around and and had children and been in a lot of relationships, then they start saying that marriage ain't for everybody, but I think that's every young girl's dream. That's what I say.
That's true. Because a lot of people, not just women, but a lot of people, but mainly women want to get married, but they don't know the importance of a marriage. It's all right to get married, but you know about marriage. Do you know how to be a wife?
Right.
You know, anybody can get married, but it's just about knowing how to be a wife and knowing how to be a husband. Because some women just want to get married just to say they got a husband, but do you know how to be a wife? And did you really marry a man, you know, that's husband material? You know, just want to just hold their title.
That's true. Are you married?
No. I used to be married because I wanted to be a wife, but the guy that I married wasn't ready to be a husband. That's why I can relate. I understand. Like
Yeah.
we could have got married at the courthouse for all it is. You know, I just wanted to be your wife. I don't care about a wedding or none of that stuff. I wanted to be his wife, but he was not ready to be a husband. He just wanted everybody to know he had a trophy as a wife. You know, but he wasn't playing a husband role. So time to go.
So now you one of the people who say marriage ain't for everybody?
No, because a lot of people don't know. No, I don't care what age you are. A lot of people might just get married for investment reasons. You know, for some type of security.
Right.
You know, it's just, to me, it's just a business. You know,
a business. I heard that before for somebody.
Yeah. It's just a business. So
She confirmed a couple of
how old are you? If you
I just turned 40. That's who all in here listening. I'm talking to this guy. He don't even know that we related.
Huh?
Yeah, you talking to me like you don't know me?
I don't know
she said
you. I
she
don't know
talking to
you.
you. You don't know y'all related.
Yeah.
Who are you? I don't know. Who are you?
Jazz, I'm Leroy's daughter.
Oh, this is
the queen.
what's good now? Cause I can't see. I just see a box, so I don't. I can't really see. I just see the box. I can't really see the. And you ain't got your face there. It's just a box. I see like a little picture inside.
Oh yeah, that's my picture. Right.
Oh, okay. She said I'm talking.
Remember I was in your movie?
Yeah. I remember. That's what's up.
He said, huh?
That's what's up.
But it is. It's a lot of people, and more particular women just want to say they got a husband, but it's a waste of time, a waste of money, and nowadays it's just like everybody just out for everybody.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So you don't want to get married no more?
Oh yeah, I do. Eventually, I do want to get married again.
Oh wow.
But if it's written, then it should be done. But it ain't written. It is what it is. Until then, I stay single.
So you only been married once?
Yes, one time. I got married in 2011. I've been married to him for 7 years.
Oh, okay. Tyree was in my movie too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now I know who you are.
Yeah, I was the side one.
Yeah.
Remember I said whatever. I said don't give me no hoochie mama scenes. So my dad got to see this.
I remember now. Yeah, I remember. I mean, I can't remember the part you in my movie. I'm trying to remember.
I was a snitch. I had to tell that about the murder to Tyree.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember. I really remember now. I do. Yep, I do. I do. But look, we check this out though. Even though you was in a marriage and it didn't work out, you willing to try it again?
Yes, I am. I am, because I don't want to be somebody's girlfriend for the rest of my life. I do. I want a husband. I want a real man, a provider, a husband. We can invest. We can do whatever. You know, in case my time come up. I love my parents, but I want none of my parents to take nothing that me and my husband work hard for to get. I mean, me and my man, we together, but I'm not married, because they would be the ones to snatch up everything. He won't have no say so with anything if he's just a boyfriend. But if you have a wife or a husband, they get first dibs. So I do. I want to I'm wifey material. That's why I could do that. I don't play the streets. I'm not in the streets. That's probably why I feel the way I feel. But the females that's in the streets like to go out, like to go to bars, strip clubs. They no, they ain't with it. They want to have fun.
So you don't go out and you don't drink.
No, I drink wine at home. I just work and stay home.
How about if your husband asks you like 3 a.m. and could you get up and make him a sandwich? Would you do it?
Oh, that's light work. And I ain't making my husband no sandwich no 3 something in the morning. Best believe it, my dad can vouch for this shit. I'm cooking up some steak because we gonna eat together.
Hey, okay, she talking
like,
good
we gonna eat together because I'll be hungry too at 3 something.
She talking good game. That's Leroy McQueen daughter.
Yeah, I heard. It's about that time for me. I just wanted to say, you know, before I leave, Tasha said marriage don't come with instructions, just like being a parent don't come with
Right.
instructions. You know what I'm saying? So basically, you know, the young lady kind of confirmed some of the stuff that I said, and she confirmed some of the stuff that you said. But that's my time. Thank you all. You know, from coming
Don't run
out.
so fast. Don't run so fast.
Well, you know, see this when I said terms and conditions.
Wait,
See
hold on
this
one
this
second.
is this.
One second before
Go
you
ahead.
say that. Guess who just checked in?
Who was that?
Halima from last week.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Halima, that you hear right, Halima? Halima.
Yes.
Hey, what's up? Oh, how you doing? How you doing? Yeah.
Good, everyone. How are you guys doing?
We all right. Well, hold up.
Yeah.
Y'all D getting ready to sign out. So hold on, y'all, 1 second. I don't want to cut them off. You want to
Yeah.
get ready
Yeah.
to say something, y'all?
Yeah. I was signing out because you know the terms that the conditions. You know, I agreed that I would sign off after an hour, so that's pretty much what I'm doing. So until next week, I leave you all
Go.
with peace.
You gonna check in on Facebook?
Yeah. I look in on you, brother. You know, because I made an agreement with my wife that I would do an hour instead of the two. And the preacher didn't say nothing
Come
about that
on, why?
when
Let them
when he
stay up
gave
a little.
when he
Let them stay
when
up
he
a
gave
little
me
bit
them terms
longer.
and conditions. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say nothing about that. But see, that's when the terms and conditions change.
Come on, that remind me of that remind me of when we was young. We used to be hanging out and stuff like that. We like trying to get out a little bit longer.
Yeah. But
Back in the days.
I'm just trying to adhere to what I agreed to. You know, these
Nah,
days striving to be more of a man of my word. I
ain't nothing
wasn't
wrong.
always that way, so I'm striving to be better. You know, as I age, try to be better. That's it. Every day you strive to be a better version of yourself.
Ain't
So,
nothing wrong with that.
to all of y'all, I leave y'all with peace until next week. And it's been my pleasure. And thank all of you for your time and and your generosity for listening to us.
That's right.
Okay.
All right.
We still on here. We gonna Halima, what's going on with